Why do we sit here being silent, watching our leaders turn into tyrants? Have they forgotten which side they're fighting for? Checks and balances set aside and rule of laws, youth and ours, and Constitution openly ignored. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Is it time for right and left to join a greater cause? Man, I'm not okay. The rich claim to be victimized just to attack the marginalized. Is 1% really worth more than all the sick and poor? Always preaching about fellowship while planning their dictatorship. Now we've seen how all of this plays out before. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Time for you and I to join our country's call. Man, I'm not okay. Ever wonder all the mystery? Why they whitewash our history? Keep dividing is their plan. All in all, such a scam. Algorithm very sly, only used to spread the lies. Politicians know well, hate is simple to upsell. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Time for you and I to join our country's call.
We are not okay. America is not okay, and we all know that. Former Congressman Joe Walsh, this is the Social Contract with Joe Walsh. Let's figure out how to get okay together. Hey, our government killed another innocent American over the weekend in Minneapolis. Our government killed another American. Our government killed another innocent American. I'm on the road. I apologize if the connection is bad. I apologize if the picture looks bad. I apologize if the audio looks bad, but dang gummit, a storm hit America, and I am driving right now somewhere through the state of Pennsylvania. Look, fascism is here, right? And it's been here for a while. And from the moment over a year ago that guy, that fascist in the White House, raised his right hand and he became president of the United States, he began immediately propelling this country, this great, good, decent country, down the road of fascism. And here we are just over a year later, and the very personification of a fascist regime, heavily armed, masked, federal thugs, a Gestapo, turning America into a police state out on our streets every single day, abusing, harassing, assaulting, detaining, disappearing Americans and immigrants alike. And maybe, just maybe, this has been going on day after day, week after week, month after month. The entire country should have risen up months ago in protest, because this is not what America is. There's no such thing called ICE that does what ICE is doing, that should ever be allowed to do what ICE is doing in this country. We all should have risen up months ago. But after the killing, the murder of Alex Pretti this weekend in Minneapolis, I'm getting the sense that a lot of Americans are beginning to rise up who didn't rise up before. I'm hearing from Republicans. I'm hearing from some of my old conservative talk radio buddies. I'm hearing from Trump supporters. All right, this is wrong. This is going too far. We're going too far. Took another innocent American being killed, being assaulted and killed by masked thugs on our street. And again, there's no way on God's green earth you look at this video and you don't come to that conclusion. Alex Pretti was murdered. He tried to get in between an ICE agent and a woman. That ICE agent was assaulting. Alex Pretti, a nurse, tried to get in between the woman and the ICE agent. He tried to protect the ICE agent, and for that, he was killed. And you know, a lot of people kind of wiggled around the whole Renee Good killing, the whole Renee Good execution, murder. There really was no wiggle room there. We now know, after the autopsy, the kill shot to Renee Good came from the side window, came after the car had passed. Murder. There's no wiggle room here with the killing of Alex Pretti. There's no wiggle room here. They had him pinned down on the ground. 6 ICE agents had him pinned down on the ground. They disarmed him. He was a legal concealed carry permit. He had his permit. He was a legal gun owner. They disarmed him. They took his gun out of his holster, and then they shot him 10 times. They pinned him down on the ground. They disarmed him, and then they shot him 10 times. Point number 1, fascism is here, and it's been here for a while. And all you've got to do again is look again at the immediate reaction our government put out there after Alex Pretti was killed. The immediate reaction. Our government kills a man, and then immediately they did the same thing with Renee Good. Same thing here. Our government kills him, and then our government immediately labels him a domestic terrorist. Stephen Miller did, Kristi Noem did, labeled him a domestic terrorist before any investigation. Before any investigation, our government labeled Alex Pretti a domestic terrorist. That reaction, our government killed him because of these fascist thugs on the streets, but that reaction of our government to immediately attack the reputation of Alex Pretti, to immediately besmirch him, to immediately label him a domestic terrorist. That's what fascist regimes do. To try to instill fear, to try to shut you and I up, to try to stop any investigation into the killing of Alex Pretti right away, like any good fascist regime, like any good dictator, they label Alex Pretti immediately an enemy, a domestic terrorist, an enemy. That is fascism. My friends, this Monday, right? This Monday, I'm on the road somewhere in Pennsylvania. The roads are in terrible condition. That is fascism. That is what fascist dictators do. They hide, they cover up, they instill fear, they deny the truth. That's what Trump did. That's what Kristi Noem did. Our government is a fascist government right now. To immediately label Alex Pretti a domestic terrorist, man, that should send a chill up the spine of all of us. What happened to Alex Pretti should enrage all of us. Our government's immediate reaction should scare the fuck out of all of us. Because this is what fascist regimes do. They hide, they cover up, they spread fear, they attack anyone who would speak out against their regime, their cruelty, their lawlessness. So they'll kill somebody like Alex Pretti for just protecting a fellow citizen, a fellow protester. And then they will, after he's dead, they will immediately, before his blood's even cold, they'll call him the enemy. He was the enemy. It's fascism. And I'm hoping, I'm hearing some noise. I'm hoping that folks in MAGA, I'm hoping folks on the right are beginning to get uncomfortable, are beginning to think this isn't right, this can't stand. This is, as one said to me in Columbus over the weekend, this has gone too far. A loyal Trump voter, a loyal MAGA person over the weekend after this incident said, Joe, this has gone too far. I hope that this is beginning to take hold among even MAGA, among even my former Republican Party, my former party, which is now, right, has now an authoritarian, fascist embracing cult. Fascism is here. And if you hear friends, neighbors, colleagues who are Trump voters, who are beginning to voice unhappiness, anger, upset at what's happening, doggone it, encourage it, listen to it, and encourage it. What happened to Alex Pretti should never, ever, ever happen on our streets, not on America's streets, but heavily armed, masked federal thugs should never be on America's streets. ICE shouldn't fucking be on our streets. They are the Gestapo. What's his name? Greg Bavino came out this morning and said, don't call us the Gestapo. Don't call us, don't say that we're killing and kidnapping people or there will be consequences. Fuck you, Greg Bavino. I'm an American. I have a right to call you the Gestapo. You are the Gestapo. I'm an American. I can say that. Arrest me. I dare you, you fucking little Nazi. I dare you. Point number 2. ICE must be abolished now. The entire agency must be burned to the ground now. I say to my new political party, demand it now. Shut down government now. Don't give a penny to DHS until ICE is burned to the ground now, Democrats. This has nothing to do with Alex Pretti. An amazing study came out. Get this. Since July, there have been at least 23 cases where federal judges have ruled, at least 23 times since July, that ICE illegally detained people without bond or due process. Federal judges have ruled since July in at least 23 occasions. ICE illegally detained people without bond and without due process. That fucking agency can't be saved, cannot be reformed. Because you and I know there have been more cases than 2,300. This is 2,300 times a federal judge ruled that ICE acted illegally, denying due process, illegally detained people. That's just what federal judges have ruled, guys. Just since July. 2,300 times. Don't tell me that's an agency that can be saved, can be fixed, can be patched up, can be repaired, can be reformed. No, I'll bet you it's 4 or 5 times that. In most cases, ICE is illegally detaining people. In most cases, ICE is denying basic due process to American citizens and immigrants alike. this chilling case. Here's just one example. A 70-year-old woman, chronically ill. She came here escaping religious persecution in her home country. She applied for asylum. She's lived in this country peacefully for 26 years, no criminal record, completed every requirement, every hearing, everything she's been supposed to do. ICE nabbed her illegally, has held her, detained her for months without any due process, without any medical care. This 70-year-old woman, she's been here 26 years, living a peaceful life, following every rule, every guideline she's supposed to follow. And ICE grabbed her. A judge ruled illegally, denied her bond, denied her basic due process. That's just one example. Her without medical care for months. At least 23 times. ICE has done this since July, per federal judges' rulings. Man, the second message this Monday is burn this agency to the ground. Democrats, with what happened in Minneapolis, right, this past weekend, whatever you want to use, my Democratic Party, ICE must be abolished, and any and every Democrat must say that. And damn it, if you're afraid of saying that, then I want nothing to do with you, Democrat. This isn't defunding the police. Let's be clear, Democrats. Saying abolish ICE is not defunding the police. Defunding the police was one of the stupidest ass things any Democrat or any member of the left ever said, because that's stupid, that's wrong, that's un-American. But you know what? ICE ain't the police. What ICE is doing is not law enforcement. ICE is a private Gestapo. They're Trump's private militia. They are the Gestapo. ICE is the police state. You talk to any law enforcement officer in this country, they all oppose what ICE is doing. Abolish ICE, Democrats. Don't be afraid, Democrats. That's not defund the police. They fucking pinned an American down 2 days ago. 6 ICE agents pinned him to the ground. Face down, belly down. They disarmed him. They took his gun away. A gun he had a legal right to carry. They pinned him down. They held him down, face down, belly down. They took his gun away, and then they shot him 10 times. That agency can't be saved. Abolish ICE. Final thought this Monday, and again, I apologize, we're on the road. Apologize for the connection, apologize for all of this. I'm on the road because I was in Columbus, Ohio this past weekend. 2 days ago in Columbus, Ohio, we put 70 Americans in a room. We put 70 Americans from far right, MAGA right, to far left, and everywhere in between. We put these 70 regular Americans in a room, and we had a conversation. Not a debate, not a fight, not an argument. We put 70 regular folk from Columbus, from far right to far left 2 days ago. We put them in a room and we had a conversation. We filmed the conversation. We'll put the stuff out in the next week or two, but we had a conversation. And yeah, it got contentious at times. And oh boy, it got uncomfortable at times. And yeah, there was a pall over the conversation because we started this conversation Saturday, 2 hours after Alex Pretti was killed. So a lot of what we talked about was what's going on our streets. But we stayed at it, these 70 regular folk from Columbus, Ohio did. And through the through the heated moments and through the kind of every now and then folks kind of jumped on each other and yelled at each other. You know what we did? It was a conversation. We worked our way through it. There were tears. There was some laughter. There was some anger. But we all stayed at it. And we had a conversation. And we never let it get into a debate or a fight. All the shit we all do on TV when I go on TV and everybody goes on TV. I did this in Columbus, Ohio. And we're going to do it all over the country. Columbus is just the beginning. Because we need to have face-to-face conversations if we want to defeat those who would divide us. Trump and Trumpism and my former political party, they're all about dividing us and spreading fear. What they're doing on our streets with ICE, it's the plan, it's the strategy. Trump and ICE, and this is just the beginning. He wants the military on our streets. He wants Americans to be afraid. He wants Americans to be at each other's throats. That's what Trump wants. He wants us divided. He wants us yelling at each other. He wants us fighting with each other. The antidote to all of that is conversation, face-to-face conversation. I'm not bashful and I'm not shy about what we're up against. We're up against fascism. Fascism thrives when a people is afraid and when a people is divided. The way we lessen and lower that fear, and the way we do something about that divide and begin to heal and begin to unite, is by having face-to-face conversations. And that's what we did in Columbus, Ohio. And look, man, the protesting on the streets, bring it on. I'm out there. I want you out there every day, resisting what ICE is doing. This is all good, great stuff. All of it is. But to defeat fascism, we need another line of attack as well. To defeat the division, we need conversation. We filmed the conversation, and we're gonna film all of our conversations because we want you all to see them and we want folks to learn from them so that you can begin having your own conversations, right? In your own communities and your own neighborhoods. If you want me to come to your community and moderate one of these conversations, man, we'll come. Maybe we're going all over the country every couple weeks. We'll be somewhere in this country. We'll come to you. Just shoot us an email, the social contract with Joe Walsh at gmail.com. Just shoot us an email. Here's the thing, guys, and this bore out in Columbus. It's not about finding common ground. I want you to know that. The 70 people we put in a room in Columbus, Ohio, when we talked about what ICE was doing, when we talk about the hate in this country, when we talked about LGBTQ rights, when we talked about a number of issues, it wasn't necessarily about finding common ground. Remember, we had MAGA right to far left in that room and everybody in between. We didn't necessarily come to common ground on everything at all. But we listened to each other. And it was all about just gaining understanding about why that guy thinks the way he does or that gal thinks the way she does. It's all about gaining understanding. Because if you can put a face on why somebody believes what they believe, if you can at least understand a little bit better why they believe, you're less likely to hate them. The walls that divide us begin to come down. The most radical thing we can do in this country right now is to have face-to-face conversations, because everybody wants us to do the opposite. Everybody, our politicians, our political class, our media, social media, all of our thought leaders, they all want to divide us. They all want us fighting and screaming at each other. The most radical thing we can do right now is face-to-face conversations. we'll put our Columbus stuff out in a week or two. And then we'll hit another spot in this country. Thank you for listening this Monday. I'm going to end here because the roads are getting bad again. I hope you're safe wherever you are. My Substack, as always, right? Social Contract with Joe Walsh.substack.com. We'll put all our content up on our Substack. Go there, subscribe. Don't forget Paxis.app, Paxis.app, our one-stop shop for immigrants and Americans alike to fight back lawfully and legally against what ICE is doing. Our Know Your Rights app. Become part of it. Make a contribution. Become part of our Paxis community. And as always, if you want to send me an email, do the Social Contract with Joe Walsh at gmail.com. All one word. God bless you. Hang in there with the storm today. Be safe. I'll be somewhere better tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Be brave.
For listening. Remember to listen, follow, and share The Social Contract with Joe Walsh on Apple, Spotify. Plus, don't forget to subscribe to The Social Contract on Substack. This has been The Social Contract with Joe Walsh.